first thing you need to do is you need to get a Tumblr account, which you can do at tumblr.com. You just need a username and a password and an email address, preferably your school email address to keep your personal and your private separate from your school business. So what you're going to do is you're going to sign up and you're going to create a main blog. And basically what that blog is you are going to follow just a bunch of different people who post on their blogs. And it's really actually kind of a cool resource in itself just to see different drawings. You know, you can see here, this is my list here, just some people that I follow, some really great illustrations and some other things like that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom blog for your class. So you're going to go to this little humanoid figure here. I'm going to click on this. And you're going to see your blog here that you just created. But then everything underneath here, and you can see all mine, these are all individual ones that I've created for different classes. Okay, so here's my AP Studio, PHS Photo, some old photo ones in here, and all that stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to say new, and it's going to bring you to create a new blog. All right, so I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to call this PHS Digital Workflow in the Classroom, making sure that I don't have any spelling errors there. And then this is the URL, which is essentially what you're going to share out to your students or to whomever you're going to show this work to. So you want to keep it something simple. I'm just going to call PHS Digital Workflow. It'll digital, got my W there. phsdigitalworkflow.tumblr.com. So that's, again, that's what you're going to give out. So you want to keep it simple. You don't want to make it too long or too abstract or obscure. The other thing here is privacy. If you're working in a small circle of people, you can protect this blog with a password. Since we're going to do this publicly, we don't want to password protect it because you might not be able to get the password. So we have everything we can share publicly on here. And finally, you're going to click I'm not a robot, and we are good to go. So you're going to create that blog. So now, once I've created this blog, you can see here that it is showing me there's no posts on my blog. The page has changed, and then this is the actual page for that class. You can see it signals me up here by saying digital workflow. Here, I can mouse over this, right? This is for this particular page. If I want to switch between blogs, I just click on that figure again, and I can see here they're all in my list. I just click on these individual blogs, and it takes me back and forth to the blogs. But I'm going to stick on digital workflow for right now. Okay, so here, if I click on this, I can edit the appearance. What I would suggest here is this avatar for this particular page. All the Tumblr ones look very similar. I would put a new one in here, so let's just do that now. I just click on the pencil, and I say choose a photo. I'm going to go to my little folder. I have one hidden here. And I'm going to put this one like so. So this way it's just faster because, again, a lot of them tend to look the same. They tend to sort of overlap. So I just changed that. This background is fine the way it is. We're not even really going to see that part, but we are going to see this icon. So I'm going to hit save. And it just takes a moment. There we go. And I'm all set. So now if I click back in this window, I'm going to refresh this window. There we go. So it just changed my little icon here. So that is awesome. So now I'm going to look at this digital workflow here. I'm going to click on this tab, and I'm going to look at this up here. This is my URL here. So if I click on the URL, it's taking me to phsdigitalworkflow.tumblr.com. This is what it's going to look like. But I want to change the appearance so that I can see that list of names down the side, and I can see the previews of the students' pieces, much like, here, open another window here, much like this one for my photo class. All right, so this is the same page as this, but I have just customized this one to have my list. And you can see here I have all my assignments down the side here. I have 3 photo classes, 2nd hour, 5th hour, and 6th hour. So here I have alphabet exercise 2, 5, and 6, 2, 5, and 6, 2, 5, and 6. And then if I click on this top icon here, these are all the pictures in my workflow, right? But if I click on one of these particular things like, I don't know, editorial photography 2, what it's going to do is it's going to take all the pictures that are just labeled with the tag editorial photography 2 and put them on this screen. Or if I go to shutter speed 5, it's going to put all the pictures that have to do with shutter speed from that feed into this particular feed here. And if I click on one of these, let's click on this one here, you can see these are the tags that I put on here, and shutter exercise 5 is the one that gets it to that particular feed. If I go on summer vacation 2, and I click on summer vacation, I can see here summer vacation 2 is the tag that then brings it in here. And I will show you in another video how to post to those, or how to tag those individual posts. So let's just finish up on this page on how to customize the look of this window. All right, so I'm here on my separate page here. I'm at phsdigitalworkflow.tumblr.com. I'm going to go to Edit Theme. All right, it's going to take just a second to get there. Now, this is all of the bits and pieces here that make this appear the way it does. I'm not going to mess with all these. If you have some time and you want to change color and do all sorts of stuff, you can do so. But really all we're concerned about right here is this editing HTML. HTML, let me click on this button. All of these numbers and letters and all that are all the code that makes this picture look like it does. So all we're going to do is, I mean, this seems sort of overwhelming, but all you're going to do is just cut and paste, right? So I'm going to go to the folder, and I'm going to find that document that says custom HTML Tumblr blog code. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to say select all. I'm going to say edit copy. All right. I'm going to go back to my browser window. I'm going to go in this window. I'm going to just click anywhere in the window. I'm going to say edit select all. And instead of copying, I'm going to say paste. There we go. And all that did was it replaced everything in that window with my new code. I'm going to say update preview. So this is now what it looks like, right? It just changed the look of it. It says PHS Digital Workflow, and then we're going to make a list on here. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go backwards a step, and I'm good to go. So now this is what my new looks like. This theme is by Matt McHenry, so I can't take credit for it. All I did was search for a free layout in here, but I gave him credit here, so you can follow this link and you can say thank you, or if you want to modify it yourself, or find your own for that matter. It just goes into this edit HTML section. All right. Down here at the very bottom, this is what I want to look for here, where it says add a page. I'm going to click on this, and what the add a page is going to do is it's going to start to list these columns down the side. So here, these are all just separate pages that I added here. So I'm going to go back to customize. I'm going to change the layout to redirect. Now, one problem we've had is that some people only see standard and custom layout and not redirect. If your account is brand new, sometimes the computer holds out for a while because it wants to make sure you're not a robot or like a spammer. So it might not give you that redirect right away. But if you follow a couple of people's blogs, if you make some posts and do some different things like that, eventually this redirect will show up. So I wouldn't do this the day before class. I would do it maybe a few weeks before class just to make sure everything runs smoothly. All right, so redirect is what we want. I'm going to click on this little button here and I'm going to give it a title. So our first title here is going to be Google Drive. Okay, then I'm going to put down here, Google is the tag we're going to use. And then here I'm going to say tagged / Google, just like that. It's super easy. I'm going to hit save. Right, I'm going to go back. And now there it is. It says Google Drive on it, right? I'm going to go down. I'm going to add another page. I'm going to go to redirect. I'm going to call this one over here. I'm going to say Tumblr blog. I'm going to say Tumblr here, and I'm going to say tagged / Tumblr, just like so. I'm going to hit save. All right, now this too, a lot of people click on this arrow and it doesn't work. You have to click on the actual words. It's just another one of those silly things. All right, I'm going to go back, Google Drive, Tumblr blog. I'm going to add 2 more pages here, so I'm going to add a page. I'm going to go to redirect. I'm going to click this, and I'm going to say Schoology / rubrics. I'm going to say rubric is the tag, and I'm going to say tag / rubric. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go back. So again, I'm adding it here. I'm going to go one more. I'm going to say add a page. I'm going to go to redirect. I'm going to add the title to this, and I'm going to say data processing and collaboration. And let's call this, just to make it shorter, I'm just going to call it data tagged, and I'm going to say / data. And I'm going to hit save. So there we go. So now, whenever I put something in here that is tagged under one of these particular titles, and if I click on the tab, it's going to shift it to that particular image. All right. Again, just like in my here, so my final alphabet 5, these are all the ones that are tagged with final alphabet 5. These are all the ones tagged with final alphabet 6. These are final alphabet 2. All right. So that's all you got to do. Then you hit exit. We're pretty good to go here. If I go back to my main page here, if I go back and I go just to my Tumblr, all right, so again, by default when I open Tumblr, it takes me to my main blog here. But if I drop down this window and I go to my list and I find, oops, I got to find my new icon here. There we go at the bottom. Digital workflow, I click on that. Here I am. I still don't have any posts, but we're going to learn how to post in our next video. So, one last thing too. If you want to change the security of this particular blog, There are a few extra things you can do. If I go to settings under this little humanoid figure here, I'll see all my blogs down the side here. I can change the settings for each one. So I'm going to click on my digital workflow. I can edit the appearance here if I want to. I can cruise down here and I can check all these out. For the most part, I turn all of these off, right? By default, I want to show this blog on the web because I do want people to be able to follow that URL that I made, but I am going to turn off allow this blog to appear in search results. Otherwise, I can go all the way down to the bottom, and this is the delete blog in case you make a mistake and you screw things up. You can also delete your blog there and start again if you want to. And that's about all you need to do. So check out the next video and we'll show you how to upload and add things into your workflow.